What's going on, guys? Shonen Express here, delivering to you my review of Tokyo Shinobi Squad Chapter 10, The Only One Who Understands. Now, for this chapter, there's not a lot that I want to go over, but there are a few key points that I want to talk about. The first is Maki. I can't stand Maki anymore. I kind of was getting this feeling last chapter when she just kind of rushed into the headquarters of Morning Talent Agency there. I was already kind of feeling like, okay, Maki, you're real dumb. But now especially, she's just so dumb. Mizutani was like, hey, you gotta survive, you worked so hard, just join the Morning Talent Agency and do it with them. And Mizutani goes out of his way and he says, hey, she's gonna join you. Don't worry about it. She's on your side. And the old lady comes over and she's like, we're gonna inject some stuff into you. And that was creepy and I don't like that. It makes me feel weird. But that, like, Maki spits on her and is like, no, you old hag. Just kind of throwing away any sacrifice that Mizutani would have made. On the flip side, I like Mizutani a lot. I think it's cool. I think he's a good, like, father figure. He's just trying to make sure she survives. And that's where we are at this point. We are at survival mode, but it doesn't seem like Maki understands that at all. And so I didn't love Maki this chapter. I did really like Mizutani. Like I said, I think he's a good father figure. And she's like, you're really you really are a father figure. And we all knew that from the get-go. I think he is a good father figure. I was glad to see that he was willing to sacrifice himself. And I was frustrated to see that Maki is just going to continue to be moronically naive about this whole situation. The second thing I feel like I have to discuss is Hyosui's dialogue. Really just Hyosui in general. But the first thing Hyosui says this chapter, or maybe the second thing, I'm not sure, is he says, like, this is the coolest year I've had, or this is the coolest thing that's happened to me all year. However he said it, and I'll put it up over here, but however he said it was the weirdest way to say this. It just goes back to, like, what I was saying, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, it might have been the week before, of, like, Jin was like, there's no one ugly here. It's like such weird dialogue, and I don't know that if the mangaka who writes Tokyo Shinobi Squad does this on purpose or not, but it felt like really weird that he would say that. But going on, I thought it was cool that he was explaining what was happening to Mizutani as he was freezing him, how, like, it's going to feel really hot, and that's true in real life. If you do begin to freeze, your body does try and rapidly raise your body temperature, so it feels hot for you. I thought that was cool. I like it when manga can teach us things about the real world that are actually accurate. I really like that. I've learned a lot, unfortunately, from manga, but things that have been true, and this is another one of those things, and I really like when manga does that, so I wanted to highlight that as well. But as a whole, Hyosui this chapter, not looking too great. The last thing I got to discuss this chapter is Jin Narumi. He comes in off the top, coolest looking panel ever. That guy looks like the coolest shonen character. It's almost like he was designed to be like the amalgamation of cool shonen characters. But he comes off, punches Hyosui, gets a good one in, and sends him flying, and then he goes, get up, we gotta go. It was super cool to see him there. He's, of course, there. He's gonna save the day, and Maki's naivety will not be thrown back in her face, because this is a shonen manga, and we can't do that. But I do think that Jin's awesome. I'm looking forward to that fight. If there is much of a fight, I don't think he totally laid Hyosui out right there, but I'm looking forward to that fight, and I'm looking forward just to see Jin fight more, and Papillon too. I'm looking forward to see Papillon fight as well, because we didn't really get to see her in an actual fight. I think that she'll go against Bihei, but Jin was super cool this chapter, so that really helped this chapter, and you'll see in my weekly rankings, if you watch those tomorrow, you'll definitely see that Tokyo Shinobi Squad got a little boost from the coolness that Jin is at the end there. Going forward in Tokyo Shinobi Squad, I think that we are at the end of this like arc or mini arc, whatever you want to call it, the runway stuff. I think we're at the end of that. I think that this is where Hyosui and Jin are going to fight. I don't think Hyosui's laid out. I think he'll get up and I think he'll fight. I'm looking forward to that. I think BA and Papillon will fight. And I think that we're gonna win. I think we're gonna secure Mizutani and Maki, and I think that we're gonna make it home safely. Like I said, I think this arc's wrapping up. I'm very excited to get out of this arc. I want to see what else is going on in Tokyo Shinobi Squad. I want to get to the next arc. This one's just not super interesting to me. But all that being said, I'm excited for this next fight. I want to see how it happens. And I know Jin won't let me down because he's a super cool character. So I can't wait to see him in another fight. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. If you had anything to say about this, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to dialogue with you guys and see what you guys think about this chapter and about Tokyo Shinobi Squad as a whole. Also, if you liked anything I had to say, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I bring you manga reviews every single week of One Piece, The Promised Neverland, and Tokyo Shinobi Squad, as well as my weekly manga rankings. So I definitely encourage you to subscribe so you get updated on all my videos. But for now, this is Shonen Express, signing off.